and I am just going to hang out here with you if you've gotten here early too. And in about 5 minutes, we're going to begin our journey. Thank you so much for showing up. Thanks so much for showing up for you. This is you showing up for you. So, oh my gosh, I can see that we can see this little Cupid doll, young showgirl in the making, in my cabinet. If you've gotten here early, go ahead, if you don't already have, something to drink, some water or herbal tea, yeah, something non-caffeinated, not sugary, something clean and clear, hydrating. Coconut water, if you're lucky enough to have that. And to have it on hand, have a liquid on hand. Mm-hmm. I'm very excited. I do this. I rub my hands when I'm excited. And often I mask in public if I'm cold. Most of the time, more often than not, when I'm rubbing my hands, it's not because I'm cold. It's because I am expressing my excitement. It's a natural response. I didn't learn it. It was just came with me. But I've since learned that in some traditions, in some tribal traditions, indigenous people traditions, that this rubbing of the hands together is done in the place of applause. So instead of clapping applause, in some cultures, rubbing the hands together is like symbolizes savoring whatever was shared. And that's kind of the spirit. That's very much the spirit, in fact. It's like when I'm excited and I want to savor the moment, I rub my hands together. It generates energy, it generates heat, and I just intuitively feel the savoring. Savoring is a big word for me, and it's a big word in Showgirl Awakening. We're still waiting. A couple more minutes, 2 more. Join me in a few deep breaths if you want to while we're waiting. Coming in through the nose. One more. Out through the mouth, lips open on a sigh, audible sigh. That just doesn't get old. That kind of breathing. I feel at least 13% more present right now. There we go. Oh boy, we are about to get going. Just want to give 1 more minute. I wanted to get here early, just in case you did too. It's sort of fun, sort of funny to wait on the clock. I'm literally watching the digital clock. And at the next change of the numbers, it's time. Welcome, officially welcome to all of you. Welcome, welcome. So happy that you're here for this Showgirl Awakening video training session with me, Kellita, your own showgirl shaman. I'm probably the first showgirl shaman that you have ever met. If you've met another, I definitely want to meet her or him. must introduce us. So if you don't already know me, I'd love to share a bit about who I am, and it will also give you a sense of where this work comes from. I have been training showgirls, performing as one myself and training showgirls for the last 15 years. And it's been a beautiful journey. And let me give a little context. I'm not training Las Vegas showgirls. I have been training carnival showgirls, which is a very special blend of the kind of dance that we do is a very special blend of ethnic dance and old-time Americana cabaret vaudeville showgirl dance. And basically, in short, this dance form pretty much saved my life. I was certainly definitely, you could call me a seeker, and I was looking for an avenue back to my own vibrant, alive self. How old was I then? I'd been looking for my alive, vibrant self because I lost her somewhere in puberty. And honestly, I'd been looking for her for about 20 years. And in my early 30s, after much traveling, seeking, searching, all kinds of therapies and healing modalities and experiences with arts and what have you, lots of exploration in dance, I found myself at a juncture where all of the forms of expression that I was practicing left that somehow I was missing. I wasn't connecting. I wasn't finding. I wasn't getting connected to my own self through them, not to the degree that I wished. My own particular radiance, my own sense in my body of my own beauty, and my ability to really show up and receive all the pleasure from the different arts that I was experimenting with wasn't quite happening. And it happened to be that it was through shimmy dance. It was through shimmy dance that I had one of the most major ahas of my life. One of my most major, oh my God, this is calling me home. I didn't know completely why for another 10 years. Didn't matter. It was enough to get me following that road. So I want to ground us right here tonight and let you know that over the 15 years that I have practiced this art form and shared it with hundreds of women and taken many of them through a whole journey of finding themselves through this Showgirl Awakening work and literally taking to the streets or the stage fully bedecked in their full showgirl glory. Through all of that, I want you to know that I come to you with all of the experience that I've had, and having witnessed the terrible beauty of the women waking up like flowers, like sometimes like popcorn even. Sometimes it's that Shazam! Hello, where did you come from? How did you hold all of that? How did you hold all of that beauty and radiance in that little tiny kernel? Damn. In any case, I want to let you know this very evening tonight, I'm not only going to tell you about what I've experienced and what I've seen happen, what the transformations that I have witnessed, but we're actually together going to have an experience tonight because I learned over the last 5 years how to access the same beautiful full body, full self transformation that I had been relying on showgirl dance, both for myself and for others. I have learned how to access that same state through body practices that are more accessible all the time, a little more portable, and I'm going to not just tell you about them, we're going to do them together tonight. And we are going to have a body experience. Literally, we're going to not just learn through our noggins, through our heads, we're going to have share an embodied experience of accessing play in our bodies, playful sensuality, mischief, right in our bodies. That's one thing. And also, we're going to have a direct experience of our own beauty, the feeling and the sensation of your very own beauty, to feel that in your body. And when all of this happens, when we access those two states that I've mentioned through the mind-body exercises that we're about to begin in moments, can't wait, it naturally calls our spirits home, to our bodies, and we become supple and able to actually accept and receive what it is that we desire. So I would love for you right now. And also, I'm going to share with you, just a moment, pause on that. I'm going to share with you how you can, beyond this evening, continue this journey with me. I have an invitation that I will share with you to continue what we begin tonight together. And as preparation for what we are going to do now, I ask you, if you have not already, to get some water or some herbal tea, some beverage of your choice, and have it handy, because I'm going to ask you to drink, and I'm going to drink myself through the process. It's important that we hydrate, literally right here, right now, while we're together. I'm going to have a sip now, so share one with me or go get yours right now. Wonderful. And one of the practices, one of the Showgirl Awakening practices, is called tapping, EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. I'm not going to explain it, but I am going to this evening, because our time is limited, but I'll give you some basics, and I'll let you know that I'm so happy that this format is video, because it will allow you to simply follow me through watching. And I invite you actually to begin right now to take one or both hands. I have both free right now, so I'm going to use both and just lightly tap all over your chest. All over your chest. Right there, wonderful. And before we go any further, I'm going to have you take a deep breath with me, coming in through the nose, swelling the belly, coming in. Lips parted, breathing out. On an audible sigh, one more of those, coming in through the nose. And out through the mouth on a sigh. Wonderful. Okay. I will let you know that as we tap, you may experience any one of these effects. You may find yourself yawning or burping. What others? Yawning or burping, feeling a little sleepy, any of these. And I invite you to go ahead and give in to any of them. If you haven't noticed already, this is not something, what we're doing here tonight is not something that you will want to do as a multitask. Pardon me for not saying that earlier. It's probably clear now that this does want your full attention. And if you have not yet joined me on this tap, if you have not yet engaged your own body, you will be missing out on the magic, because this will not, you will not receive the benefit that you've shown up for tonight, and the transformation, the coming home to your body and to your playfulness and to your beauty and to your delicious surrender and allowing, unless you join me for the whole Shazam. What we're doing right now is literally telling our bodies it's okay for you to wake up, and it's okay for your body, it's okay for your body's wisdom to speak up. In Showgirl Awakening, we consciously engage and encourage and pave the way for friendship between our minds and our bodies. And this tapping right now is paving the way for that friendship and that alliance that is so necessary for our full Shazam well-being. So let's come to play, playfulness, mischief, which is wow. If there was really only one thing, if you were going to take one single thing away from this time we're spending together right now, I love simplicity, love boiling things down to like, ooh, here's the nugget, here's the essence. And if you were only going to take one thing away, before I say it, let's have a deep breath together like we have been. Come in through the nose, out through the mouth on an audible sigh. The one thing would be to pay attention to what feels good and follow that. Pay attention to what feels good and follow that. And if I were to add a little extra qualification, it would be this. Pay attention to what feels good in your body and follow that. And everything else that I say and that we practice tonight is going to be some layer to help you first just hear and notice and allow yourself to admit, wow, it actually feels better. Like, let's take how we're sitting right now. Let's take how we're sitting. Oh, I just made an adjustment. I just made an adjustment in my seat, how I'm sitting, and it feels a lot better. I burp when I tap, so and I've gotten used to it because I tap quite a bit. And if you find yourself burping or yawning, please let it go. I actually, with that burp right there, was releasing some of the resistance that I had to simply feeling good. And so here I am. I've adjusted myself. I'm sitting in a more comfortable way. And I want you to do that right now. Actually check in with your body in your seat. Do a little body scan. Check in with your feet. Are your feet comfortable? Are your toes happy right now? How are your calves and your knees and your thighs, your legs? Do they want to sit a little differently? How's your butt? Does it like the cushion it's on? Does it want to wriggle over to a new spot? How about, do you want more support? Do you want to sit forward? Check in right now, real time with me. Let's have a little sip of water. Or whatever your beverage is. Yeah, yay. How about your shoulders? Maybe they want a little shrug up. Oh God, mine do. And then, yeah, after hold them tight, 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 as tight as they can. And then on the exhale, let them go. Let's do that again. And breathing in and up and tighten up those shoulders as tight as go. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. But your hands, they want a little, mine want a little wrist circling. Yeah. Woo, I've been typing on the computer today. How about you? Yay. Okay. I'm coming into more and more ease right now. Oh, yeah. I'm only allowing you to abandon your tapping on your chest if you're joining me right now in a little scalp massage, self-scalp massage. Wow. That feels awesome. Okay. Yum. I now feel 20% more present. And this check-in has allowed me to show up in my body and to feel my own playful sensuality, my own senses are 20 to 30, maybe 40 even percent more alive just from that check-in. So I ask you to check in and notice. How much more alive you feel right now. Right. I'm going to change the spot that I'm tapping. And I'm not going to talk about it right now, but you can just follow me as I'm tapping in different spots. And you can just look and see where it is and follow that. And I'd like you to repeat after me, which is another part of EFT, one of the favorite Showgirl Awakening tools. Repeat after me. It's just like call and response. I'll say something, and then you repeat it after me. And this is allowing my mind and my body to come into friendship, to come into concert. Even though I've been holding a lot of tension today, now you go. I love and accept myself. Now you go. Even though I've been feeling a lot of tension today, I love and accept myself. Have a deep breath in with me. Yeah. And repeating after me, I'm going to continue here. Say this, even though it's kind of funny. Even though this is kind of a funny exercise Kellita's asking me to do, repeat after me. And once more, even though this is a really funny exercise that Kellita's asking me to do, I love and respect myself. I love and respect myself. Deep breath in through the nose. Continuing the call and response, repeating after me. How is this going to help me access play and mischief and sensuality in my body? Repeat after me. How is this going to help me access playfulness and sensuality in my body? This is really silly. And I love and respect myself. And I love and respect myself. Yay. We're going to do a slightly abbreviated tap today, but here is one spot I have to shift down. Right below the nipples at the bottom of the rib cage. This is the spot we'll do right now. Part of me is really interested. Repeat after me. Part of me is really interested in accessing my playful wonder and sensuality in my body. And part of me isn't quite so sure about it. And the next spot is right where your bra would be, right here, if you were wearing a bra. I'm open to the possibility that I'm unlocking my playful sensuality right now. I'm open to the possibility, repeat after me, that I am unlocking my playful sensuality right now. Yeah. Yay. Have a sip of your water. Here, I'm at the same spot down here. Same spot down here. Have a sip of your drink. I didn't ask you at the very beginning how on playful sensuality where you were at the beginning. It's probably shifted a bit already. But I ask you right now, on a scale of 0 is you feel absolutely disconnected from your body and your senses, to 10, which is you feel completely connected with your body and the sensuality. I'm processing some more of my playful sensuality is coming home. Yeah. So where are you right now? 0 would be quite disconnected from your body and the sensations of playfulness and your awareness of your own self. And 10 would be completely connected to it, literally delighting in every little nuance and every, just feeling the yumminess of changing your position, feeling the yumminess of your like, ooh, right now my legs are touching each other, and I feel the yumminess of that. My senses are coming alive in my legs. Oh, now we'll come up all the way. Actually, got one more spot. Right here. Repeat after me. I'm allowing myself to come home to my body. I'm allowing myself to come home to my body. I want to tell you something here. This is not for repeating. This is just for your own information. If anything that I say feels not true to you, for example, if you don't feel comfortable coming home to your body, go ahead and alter your response to reflect what's true for you. Go ahead and just say, no, I am not open to coming home to my body. Say what's true. That'll be the most effective way to get what you want here tonight, is to say what's true. Okay. All right. Let's tap a little more. Let's do another little round on this. Feeling play in my body. Repeating after me. Feeling play in my body. Part of me is super open to waking up and feeling play in my body. Part of me is super open to waking up and feeling play in my body. And part of me says, no freaking way. That's not safe. And part of me says, no freaking way. That is not safe. In fact, that's weird. I'm open to the possibility still. I'm open to the possibility still that my body is really smart. And one of the ways that she talks to me is through letting me know what feels better. Accessing my own playful sensuality. Allowing myself to play like a child does, to experiment. Allowing myself to discover and rediscover how I feel in my body, moment to moment. Let's have a little sip. Even though this is still weird, I love and accept myself. And I love and respect myself. I'm calling my life force home. I'm calling my life force back. I'm calling my life force back from wherever I've been hiding it. And I love and accept myself. So I'm going to ask you now to check in. This is call and response pause. Check in and ask yourself, where is your playful sensuality on your meter, your 0 to 10 meter? Mine's rising. I was kind of nervous to get on this call with you tonight. I was really looking forward to it, and I was feeling a little nervous too. Trying out a new technology tonight. Never tried it before. Wow. I really like to play live with you, and I really like to be in the same room with you. But I'm so grateful that technology allows us this. This is awesome for the in-between times when we aren't in the very same room awakening together side by side. We can be awakening together side by side via technology, which helps us transcend time and space. Rock out. That's pretty good. Okay, we're going to close this one out. And I want you to check in now. So where your playfulness is right now. Oh, I feel a lot more in my body and a lot more grounded, and yeah, I feel kind of like I would feel after having danced with you for 30 minutes or so. Yay. So this awareness, you can pick and choose. You can pick and choose and tailor to your circumstance what have we just practiced, what you want to bring with you and add to your toolbox that you how you care for yourself in the world. And I invite you to, just again, if we boiled it down to one single thing, what was it? Pay attention to what feels good in your body. And let me give you a sense of that. Like right now, like I want you to focus on your neck, focus on your throat right now. Have a little breath and check in there. Is there an easiness in your throat, or is there a tightness? I'm feeling quite an easiness right now, but boy, sometimes if I've got things to say that I haven't said, whoa, I can literally feel like someone has grabbed my throat and that they're closing in. Use that same level of attention to all your parts. About your shoulders. How do your shoulders feel? How do your knees feel? All the different parts. And where you find pain, tension, any kind of physical discomfort or any obvious emotional discomfort, that area is specifically requesting you to check it out and make some kind of, first of all, the big power is just bringing your awareness there, simply bringing your awareness. And just like we did with the tapping, you can always bring the tapping in for extra power, extra shazam. But even if you just bring your awareness to where the tightness is, the physical or the emotional tightness, and you just bring your love and acceptance to it. Just say, Even though my throat is super tight, I love and accept myself. Even though my tummy is full of butterflies, I love and respect myself. Apply that same basic love and acceptance to that spot, and truly, authentically, magically, I don't want to use that word magically because you might think that means suspect or like it's somehow a trick. It's no trick. It's, I'm going to say naturally, when I do that, whatever is whatever is holding or resisting gets to naturally breathe. And guess what happens then when you flow through that area? Guess what your body knows how to do? It knows how to show up and just feel good and play and experiment. And in experimenting, find out what feels better. You kind of go from what feels good to what feels better to what feels better. And then, oh, something doesn't feel good. Just bring your love and acceptance. So there, we've had a kind of actually a pretty big taste. We had a pretty big taste of tapping right there. One of the favorite Showgirl Awakening tools. The very same, here I am, before, if any of you came on right at the top of the hour, I had a little pre-time with those who came early, and I showed that when I'm excited, I rub my hands together, just like I am now, and I'm quite excited. I'm excited to be with you. I'm excited to awaken with you. I'm excited to let you know how simple and accessible it is for you to access your playfulness, your sensuality, your true beauty, and your ability to receive what you desire. And frankly, all of the tools in Showgirl Awakening address all of the things I just mentioned. And as I've said, the tapping is a major one. I want to introduce to you right now another one, which is more, you'll recognize it as more dance-based. And honestly, I've been asked this question before. It's a funny question, but if I only had one showgirl dance movement to take with me to a desert island, you know, you've heard like you could only take 3 albums or, you know, whatever it is. If I could only take one Showgirl Awakening dance movement to a desert island, hands down, no question, it would be the shimmy shake. I'll tell you why. First of all, it's 2 movements in one, and they both pretty much each do 2 things. So it's kind of 4 times the power of a single movement. And I'm actually going to practice with you. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to stand up, so I'm going to rearrange the video a bit. If I invite you to stand up with me. Okay. I'm still feeling the effects of the tapping, and I'm still waking up from it. So I'm burping. So what we're going to do right now, and I want you to join me in this, we're going to start with a shake. Shake is another way for bounce. Oh, I am engaging in garden variety bouncing or shaking. And I'm going to let you know what the medicine is associated with shaking. Shaking is big body medicine. Yep, shaking is big body medicine. What I'm doing right now through bouncing or shaking, I am sourcing energy from the ground, from the earth. I happen to be in an apartment 7 stories up. Same effect, even though I'm not flat on the earth, I am sourcing energy from the ground. And shaking or bouncing is the beat the blues movement. There is no way to stay sad, down, depressed while you're bouncing. I challenge you to try it, and I want you to let me know if you can. Really bounce, commit to it. No, this, talking bouncing. Yeah, there you go. So shaking. Amazing. Mm-hmm. All right. I want to practice with you now the counterpart, the sister, the symbiotic twin of shaking, which is the shimmy. And now the shaking, well, shaking is about sourcing energy from the ground. Shimmy is a vibration. It's going to be easiest for me to show you with my hand right here. Here, I'm going to get my hand vibrating. Yeah? If you've ever done jazz hands, essentially jazz hand is a shimmying hand. Mm-hmm. One of the most powerful places to shimmy from is the bum. So I want you actually right now to imagine that you're cold only in your bum. We'll get this so you can see how it is. Only in your bum, yeah? There we go. Only in your bum. So your bum is vibrating. Your bum is shimmying. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Okay? Keep it going, keep it going. I'm going to tell you here what the shimmy is doing on a body and a neurological and a physiological and a spiritual level. The shimmy is actually magnifying your own beautiful radiant essence, the fingerprint, the exact way that you shine. And it's taking it from a small flame or a lighter flame and increasing it and increasing it. So actually I'm gonna shift my shimmy from my butt up to my shoulders. On the count of 3, I'm just gonna send that vibration from my butt to my shoulders. My butt's gonna go quiet and my shoulders are gonna take the vibration. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So the shimmy is literally magnifying and beaming my own radiant essence, my own beautiful radiant essence. It's allowing me to have it enough that I can embody it. And then I naturally share it. Okay. Whew, I'm getting a little tired. On the count of 3, I'm going to send it to my hands. 1, 2, 3. So I've got my jazz shimmy hands. And the secondary effect of shimmying, so awesome. It literally helps me to release what is not me. All the voices and the programming of, oh, you don't look quite right, you're not doing it right. All those voices, all those programs that are not truly serving me, they automatically shimmy right off. They just go. And part of you is thinking, what? That's way too simple. I know. It's a crime that we don't all know this. So I challenge you to share this with at least 3 people over the next 24 hours. How's that for a challenge? I challenge you to share the medicine of the shimmy and the shake. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sit down with me. Oh, I do wish I had asked you before we shimmied and we shook. I do wish I had asked you this question, but I'm going to ask you now. How beautiful do you feel? If you listen in and you ask yourself how beautiful you felt right before we shimmied and shook, or even before we tapped, I'm interested in that number. What was the original number? I'd like to know what it is right now. How beautiful do you feel? 0 is absolutely not at all, no way. 10 is off the charts, yes. Feeling yourself as a 10. Where is it now? I want to admit to you, for so long, I would not do video. I was afraid of it. Oh my God, I thought I need some special lighting. I only want, I wanted it just to be perfect. And you know what? Through my tapping and my shimmying and my shaking and all my Showgirl Awakening practice, I am feeling, and here I am, like I my own level of love and acceptance and self-compassion and my own savoring of my own beauty. I can't tell you. It is tangibly higher. I think, what would I used to walk around? Oh, I don't know. What's coming to mind is a 3. That's how much I felt. That's the beauty that I felt just walking around. And it's now more like a 7. That's kind of my default. And it doesn't have anything to do with how much makeup I have on or the lighting. It comes from everything we've been practicing right here tonight. It comes from how much I'm paying attention. You'll notice I've come back to tapping, and I invite you to do so with me this whole time. You can just follow my fingers. Follow my fingers. It all stems from, what's that one thing I said at the beginning? How much I'm paying attention to what feels good. How much I'm paying attention to what feels good. That siren that you hear right now, you might not hear it. I hear it. Confirmation. Confirmation that what I just said is true. And I warn you, we are mostly trained to think that if we understand something, if we remember it as a fact, that that's enough to get the medicine from it. This is a lie. We can memorize an entire encyclopedia on health truth, emotional truth, spiritual truth, any kind of truth. We could be able to speak it back verbatim, get a big fat A on a test, write a paper about it, give a whole talk about it. The real measure of the knowledge and how it's reached us is, how does it make us feel? Feeling and body sensation are the next big beautiful hoop. I see a hoop, like I see a big hula hoop that has garlands wrapped around it. And it is the threshold, really, for all of us. Not just the awakening showgirls like you and me, but really for everybody walking the earth right now. Our next threshold is the feeling, the emotional and the body awakening. Taking all this crazy amount of knowledge that we have and really digesting it in our bodies. Through dance, through tapping, through whatever you love, running, through sex, through massage, through whatever you're doing throughout your day, even if it is like me, I spend a lot of time on the computer. But boy, if I'm going to have a juicy day, I'm going to be checking in all along the way, even as I'm at the computer. How does it feel to sit in my seat? Is it time to get up and stretch? Is it time to have a little shimmy? And weaving that awareness and that body practice into whatever activity I'm doing, whoever I'm in conversation with, bringing my attention back to, how do I feel in my body? Do I even know? Hey, I want to acknowledge that you may not still be here with me if this long, but if you're not sure about this one, but I'll just say this. This is perfectly understandable, acceptable. I would way understand it if you say, hey, Kellita, I have no idea how I actually feel. All of these things I've talked about, the tapping and the shimmying and the shaking, will step by step allow you to recognize how you feel. Way easy for us to be on total automatic and to numb out and to not even know how we feel. We are more taught to just check in with, are we getting all of our tasks done? Are we being productive? Are we pleasing all the people in our work and family trees? These are what we are super way programmed to pay attention to. And it is the still small voice inside, and it's your showgirl shaman Kellita, me, and it's other blessed people in your life who are, it's your own higher self, however she expresses herself, who gives you the call to remember that it all boils down to how you actually feel. Now this I want to weave in for you for sure. Because you might be thinking, well, hey, you said this, how to access my true beauty. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the sensation. It's the emotion you have of being an embodied person, coming back to your body, remembering we're not just here. This is not where, the mind is intended to be our servant, not our director. Really, who wants to be the cruise director? Who's designed to be the cruise director? I'm saying this, the metaphor of the cruise is like your whole life. It's your body. Your body is equipped to be the cruise director. Your mind is equipped to respond to the directions from your body. And to help you take care of what your body lets you know you need. Mind as servant, body as director. It's been flip-flopped for several thousand years. But we're in the flip back right now. Yay. Okay. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let's have a sip here. Your liquid. One of the ways, I'll pause on that. If your answer to that question I gave just a short time ago, if your answer to the question of, do you know how you feel, was no, if you don't know how you feel, you probably don't yet know what you want, which is totally cool. It all will come back. It's fine if you don't know. But I guarantee that as you come back to your body, and as you awaken, increment by increment, you will know how you feel, and you will know what you want, what you actually really want. Not what your mom thinks you should want so much that you believe that you want it to, or your partner, or your sister, or your best friend, whoever it is, or your work colleague, or your whoever. You will come to know what you really want. And what I mean by that is weigh the gamut. Like, you'll come to really know what you want to eat for breakfast, what you actually really want to eat for breakfast. You'll come to know if you really want to take a day off, take a week off. You'll know that. You'll know that. You'll know if you want to say yes to a project or no. You'll actually know that. You'll know exactly what kind of a goal you have, like how much money you choose to create and receive in the next year. All these knowings, whether they're on the breakfast level or the who you want to marry level or the where you want to live or what your new career is, no matter how small, or just whether you want to go to bed at 9 or midnight, knowing what you truly desire will become automatic, commonplace. And not only the knowing of it, but so beautiful, it kind of avalanches in the best way altogether. If you approach the knowing this direction that I'm suggesting, which is just this playful exploration of what feels better. Yeah. Oh, this feels better. Yeah, blueberry granola feels a lot better than peanut butter toast. Your body knows. I don't know. Totally trust your body. When you start to know the answers to these things and you approach it with this same what feels better, which is playful, I bet you guessed it, it comes with ease. It comes with ease. You just keep tapping, you keep shaking, and you keep bringing your attention to what? To what feels better. Repeat after me. We're going to do a slight little tap repeat. Oh, Kellita. I don't believe it can be that simple. It's got to be more difficult than that. I just don't believe it. And nonetheless, I love and accept myself. And part of me is open to the possibility that this just might work. So that was all call and response. We'll continue a little more with call and response. I'm open to the possibility that it is that simple. I'm open to the possibility that by bringing my attention to what feels better, I can actually know and have exactly what I desire. Yay! There is, what we're doing today, we're having a little taste. It's a deep taste, I'll admit that. We are diving in, but it's a taste. It's a taste of what's possible. And it's a taste of the feeling that we always generate when we gather for any Showgirl Awakening meeting, whether it's online like this, through video, or live. Whew. I'm processing some more too. Yeah. And there is a power. I do stand by the truth that it is that simple. But it is that simple to the steps to take to actually feel good in your body and feel your beauty and receive what you desire. It is simple little steps that allow you to access all of that. And it takes the courage of a mama bear. It takes a lot of courage because it takes a repeated showing up. The truth is, and you can quote me, It's far easier to just feel crappy and complain and not enjoy your life. Way easier. That is the path of, that's the simplest, the super like can easily be the default. To choose to run your pleasure, to run your playful feeling. As your default takes the discipline of a committed warrior, like a love warrior. All the tools are available, but it still takes a courageous, committed, it takes the same kind of commitment, the very same kind of commitment that, I don't want to use the word commitment, you know, the ferociousness with which a teenager rebels. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. There's no way. Like that stubbornness. It's taking that same nerve, that same dedicated stubbornness, and instead of putting it towards something that keeps us down, it's taking that same tenacity of stubbornness and putting it towards what's actually good for us. And when we do that, the actual practices are simple. But I'll tell you, I know from experience that it is way easier to do and way more fun to do together. Oh, each of us in our own little corner doing our waking up practice alone. Much harder, much less fun. Yeah. And in that vein, oh my gosh, let me tell you, I told you at the beginning of the call that for the last 15 years, I've been training showgirls. And it's true. And what we do, all the movements, you know, one of the core movements is the shimmy and the shake, and all, there are actually 6 core Showgirl Awakening movements. Tonight we can only cover the shimmy and the shake. But of those 6 core Showgirl Awakening movements, which are very accessible and translate into beautiful movement, when we practice those together, especially live, and when we take it all the way to performing together as a group, it's like whatever you felt here tonight in the tapping and in the little shimmy and shaking, I want you to take that feeling and magnify it by 10, by 20, by 30. That's the level of radiance releasing and full body sensual Shazam yes that we get to have together. There's a real magnification when we do it all together. And I am super thrilled to tell you that of the, how many years have we done it now? Oh, we've done it for 10 years. I have lovingly each year cultivated a community of women. This is, I'm talking everyday women. I'm talking women from, in my experience so far, from 17 to 56. So that whole nearly 40-year range. And hey, I'm happy to push those ages. I'm happy to broaden that. So please do not feel disincluded if you're younger than 17 or older than 56. But to date, I have personally lovingly trained to awaken and unleash and bedeck in costume and take to the streets with me with a live marching band. You know, I have, yes, I have gathered and prepared a group every year. This will be year 11. And it happens in San Francisco. And I will ground us in the date of the weekend. It's the weekend of Memorial Day weekend. And it happens on the 22nd, 3rd, and 4th of May in San Francisco. And I almost have no words. I have almost no words for the levels of joy, radiance, pleasure, shazam, body love, confidence, charisma, all that gets tapped and unleashed. Oh, I'm going to seal this with a burp. I'm processing more right now. It brings up a lot of emotion for me when I think of the different women who I have had the pleasure to witness transform before my very eyes. Women who have had tons of dance experience, but never, like, to the point of even having a dance degree, but haven't allowed themselves to find the juice of their inner showgirl coming out. To women who have never, there's one woman, adore her, dear friend now, who at 50 had never had a dance class in her life. She was 50 years old. And in 3 short weeks, I had her dancing down the street in her full showgirl costume with glee. She's now hooked and she joins us. Every time we do it. And this invitation, which I want to again ground in dates, which is the end of May, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of May, this coming year, 2015. I am opening the doors. I'm inviting you regardless of where you live, how old you are, how much you weigh, what you think about your body, whether you think you can dance or not. I'm inviting you, unqualified. I'm inviting you to join us. And this is the first year ever that I've decided to make it absolutely the most possible for those who want to join to be able to. And that includes considering the financial aspect and wanting to make it the absolute most possible even in that way. So rather than having the payment be a lump sum or a 2 payment, I have created, I'm so excited, I have created an extended payment plan so that for a mere $115 per month from now until May, stretching it out so that it can be that level of accessibility, you can join me and my cadre of gorgeous showgirls and have your own Showgirl Awakening with us. And I want to turn you on to where you can actually go to say, yeah, I want that. I want to awaken my showgirl and to have that experience of just what we're doing here tonight, but to have it reinforced over the preparation time, to have it reinforced in the company of myself and the other women gathered. Yeah, I am way excited, and I'm way excited to meet you, to dance with you, to tap with you, to awaken with you. I'm excited to see you in your Shazam-a-ram-a-lam costume. So I'm actually going to send you right now to the page where you can both see the details and you can sign up. This 6-payment plan is only open now through December 21st, which is, what is today? 4 more days, through December 21st, 2014. And where you want to go, grab your pencil or type it in right now, is www.showgirlawakening.com/Carnival 2015. I'm going to give you some spelling hints. Showgirl Awakening is just how it sounds. SHOWGIRL and Awakening, AWAKENING.com/Carnival, we spell with all A's, CARNAVAL 2015. Showgirlawakening.com/Carnival 2015. Carnival, CARNAVAL/2015. You can also write directly to me at hotpinkfeathers@gmail.com with you any questions that you have. I'm way excited, and I would love to hear from you. Write to me at that email to let me know what your experience on this call now was, what you experienced in the level of awareness and pleasure and play in your body. And presence. I'd love to hear all the details. And even if it's just like, if you barely have words, draw me a picture, scan it, and send it. You before and you after. With so very much love and so much gratitude that you chose to awaken with me tonight. May it continue. Pass it on. And I look forward to dancing with you in Carnival 2015, San Francisco. Signing off for now. Bye, my lovely showgirls.